There's no better time than Red October. Happy Red October to everyone in Philadelphia. This is another episode of Philly Sports Now. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment with us. But first, let's dive into this great baseball matchup. Philadelphia Phillies against Los Angeles Dodgers. Best of five series in Philadelphia. Lot to dive into. I do think these are the two best teams in baseball, National and American League on paper. I know the Phillies end up with the two seed, the Dodgers end up with the three seed, but I do think these two teams are the best in baseball. It's a shame it's only a best of five series. Can't be a best of seven because this would be a fantastic matchup. First time these two teams faced off in the playoffs in a while. But obviously, the Phillies have taken the last few over the Dodgers. But let's dive into this matchup. Phillies 4-2 against the Dodgers this season, winning the season series, taking 2 out of 3 in Philadelphia, and then taking 2 out of 3 in Los Angeles back in September. These two teams very evenly matched, both very good starting pitching, both very good offenses. Phillies bullpen, pretty good. Dodgers have struggled ever since the Duran trade. The Phillies bullpen has taken the next step. A lot of things to dive into here. X factors of both teams. We'll see what happens. My three keys to the series: matchup versus matchup. Who has the edge? Let's dive into it right now. Again, Phillies versus Dodgers. Big time series coming up. Best of five. Starts on Saturday night, October 4th, 6:38 first pitch. Game two has also been announced Monday at 6:08 first pitch. We'll see later in the series what times come about. But again, let's start into it. I'm going to go matchup for matchups. You look at the orders. You got Mookie Betts, you got Shohei Ohtani, you got Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez. Those are the big four there, probably on the Dodgers offense. You look at the Phillies: Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper. You got JT Realmuto, you got Alec Bohm, Harrison Bader as of late. Dodgers, they got Kike Hernandez, they got Tommy Edman, Max Muncy, adding some power. So very deep lineups on both sides. Who has the edge here? I think the Dodgers top four, 1 to 4, it's usually Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Hernandez. That top four edges out the Phillies. However, I think top to bottom, 1 to 9, the Phillies batting order wins that matchup. So going top to bottom, offenses, I think the Phillies do win a little deeper there than the Dodgers, 1 through 9. Bullpen, I think the Phillies bullpen is a little better than the Dodgers bullpen. You get the trade of Durant, you have a lockdown closer. I know what Sasaki has done lately for the Dodgers. He's looked very good out of the pen. Closed out that series against Cincinnati. But you look at their other closers, and Tanner Scott, he struggled all year. Is he going to be another late inning guy? Who in that Dodgers bullpen outside Sasaki will step up? Similar to the Phillies, you have a veteran pitcher, Clayton Kershaw and Aaron Nola, both guys who might not see time here as a starting pitcher in the series, but where can they go in the series to help their team? Is it out of the pen? Maybe it's a spot start. Maybe it's an opening role leading to the pen. We'll see what happens. But Saturday night's matchup: Christopher Sanchez for Shohei Ohtani. Two great players. Obviously, Sanchez career season this year. Most likely going to finish second in Cy Young. We'll see what happens, but definitely probably a finalist for that Cy Young award. Game two most likely will be Blake Snell for the Dodgers. Now the Phillies haven't really said Jesus Luzardo, Ranger Suarez. There's been rumors the Phillies game three starter could see action as a game one bullpen. If that's the case, I lean towards Ranger in game three, only because he's done the bullpen role before for you in the playoffs. You know what he might be able to add to your bullpen there. I think for the Phillies here against starting pitching, it's toe to toe. You got to go toe to toe with the Dodgers. Both teams, have had experience the last few years in the playoffs. Both teams know each other a little bit. Just recently played back in September. The Phillies pitching, I think it's a wash. Starting pitching is a wash with the Phillies and Dodgers. Two very good starting rotations. Then you go to the bullpen. I think the Phillies are a little deeper there. Again, you go Duran, you got Strom, you got Kirkering, you have Dave Robertson, a veteran pitcher. He's been there for a while now. Pitched with you in the World Series before in 2022 against the Dodgers bullpen that's been shaky. You go to, again, the lineups. We just talked about it. I think the Phillies edge them out there, top to bottom. So I think overall the Phillies team is a little bit better than this Dodgers team on paper. That doesn't mean everything. Obviously, the game's played on field, but the Phillies do have a slight edge there. Key factors. The Phillies pitching has to get the bottom of the Dodgers order out. You can't allow them to turn over the lineup. That's when they become very dangerous. I think, again, the top four for the Dodgers is very, very, very good. But where that you can take advantage of it is that bottom of the order, which is manageable. They got Tommy Edman, they got Kike Hernandez, who have stepped up big time in previous postseasons, but your ability maybe there to get them out is the key to this series. Another key to this series is the health of Will Smith, the Dodgers starting catcher. He made the postseason roster for the wild card series, was only available as a pitch hitter. He's a very good hitter off left-handed pitching. We'll see what he's able to do. He's a big X factor here for the Dodgers because if the Phillies do go, assuming they go, Sanchez, in order of Sanchez, Luzardo, and Suarez, in whatever order, that's all lefties to face, the key guys in Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, neutralize them a little bit. It's going to come down to Will Smith, a very good left-handed hitter. But will he be on the field is the question. We don't know that yet. I think it's going to be a big factor in this series. For the Phillies, same thing, similar. Where's Harrison Bader going to hit in this lineup? He's one of my key factors. Outside the obvious of, anyone can pick Schwarber and Harper. I'm going to go outside the obvious guys. And that starts with Harrison Bader. We saw what he was able to do since coming over to the Phillies. I think he adds a lot of value to this team, obviously, and we'll see where he hits. He could hit anywhere from 4, 5, 6. Personally, I like to see him at the top. I don't think you'd ever move Schwarber to the 4. I don't think Rob would do that. That's where I would like to see Schwarber personally. Let those guys at the top like Turner and Bader attack on base, get on base, and let Harper and Schwarber hit him in. But I think Bader is going to be more of that 5 spot where we saw Marsh when Bader was sitting at the top of the order with Turner. So I think you're going to get Bader in that 5-6 spot. He's got to be an X factor here in this one. I'm going to go Bryson Stott. You expect him to hit 9th in the series. And I think he has to get on. He has to do the little things. As a 9 hitter, you're going to have times where he needs to sacrifice bunt. He needs to move the guys over. His glove is obviously a very good glove there. He's been a Gold Glove finalist. That's going to be a key there as well. But what he has to do is the small things to turn the top of the order, move those guys up for the Turner and Schwarbers at the top of the order. And Bryson Stott's a big piece in the series for me at that bottom of the order. And then lastly, we saw his struggles last year. His frustrations let it get to him in his head, and that's Alec Bohm. He's going to be hitting somewhere in the middle lineup. I'd expect him to be hitting 4. He's got to be able to drive and runs. And if he doesn't, don't let it bother him. We saw it last year. It got in his head. He was forced to get benched last season in the playoffs. You can't let that happen. You need him to go out there, stay clear-minded, get the big hits, drive and runs. So Alec Bohm, Bryson Stott, Harrison Bader, my 3 keys there on offense, outside the obvious for different reasons there in the order. For me, out of the bullpen, it's Matt Strom. He's got to be ready to come in high leverage situations against the Ohtani, against the Freeman, against the Max Muncy. And with the 3-batter minimum rule, he's going to get cases against righties too, like a Mookie Betts who bats in the middle of those 2, like a Will Smith who he's playing. So Strom has to be available, be that 7th inning guy to get the ball to Duran. I would love to see the Phillies to go more than just 3 outs for Duran. I'd love to see him go, a 4 or 5 out save if necessary, and we'll see if Rob's willing to do so. Now, my 3 keys of this series, it starts with the plate appearances, and that's, being patient. You have to be patient at the plate. Force these starters out of the game, draw long at bats. You get them out of the game. You get to the Dodgers bullpen, which again is hittable, and then you go from there. So be patient at the plate. Number 2, the bullpen. Your bullpen has to step up in this series. I feel very confident Christopher Sanchez, Jesus Luzardo, and Ranger Suarez. I think they're going to get a lot of strikeouts. They're going to get you in a position to win games late, and it's going to come down to Matt Strom. It's going to come down to Kirkland. Can he get the big outs? And then, of course, John Duran in this game. Lastly, the bottom of the order. Bryson Stott has to be able to do the little things. Max Kepler, Nick Castellanos, whoever is going to be in that 8 spot, the platoon role. You have to do the little things on top of driving in the bottom of the order in this series. Is going to be huge because of how valuable these top of the orders are for both teams in driving and runs. Who's bottom of the order? It's got to be the Phillies to get on base more and allow Turner and Schwarber to get these guys in, and hopefully it ends. That's the recipe here for me to get this win. Personally, I think you split in Philadelphia, you're going to split in LA, and it's going to come down to Game 5. That's where it gets tricky, with the off day on Sunday, and then the off day after Thursday in Game 4. It allows you to only have 1 back-to-back in this series. It's going to allow you to open up and use more pitchers because a lot of these pitchers are going to be well rested in this first round matchup. And come down to Game 5. I like the Phillies' chances at home. I'm going to take the Phillies in five again. Phillies in five, three keys: be patient at the plate. You got to win the bullpen matchup, and the bottom of the order has to do their job, not just hitting, but moving guys up, sacrifices. Again, to me, it all starts with the patience at the plate. Force them to throw strikes. Don't cave into the breaking balls. Don't go chasing. Be patient. Force the Stars out of the game. Win this game late from the Dodgers bullpen, and you win this series in five. Thank you everyone for listening to another episode of Philly Sports Now. Like and subscribe. We appreciate all of our listeners and continue to help us grow as we continue to grow this thing. Again, thank you for listening to another episode of Philly Sports Now. Happy Red October to everybody. Go fighting, Phils.